What a job by the professor.
Yeah, look at this. Even the Reds appreciating that. This moment for Kyle Hendricks.
Carl! I mean, seriously, guys, what do you say about Kyle Hendricks? The guy has pitched for the Cubs for 11 years and in the top 10 of just about every single category that you can think of for a pitcher. And I got the chance to be at this game. It was incredible. As you can see, this is some of my footage. I was in the left field bleachers. And this is a breakdown of Kyle Hendricks' last start as a Cub. Vintage Kyle Hendricks, the professor, doing his thing. It was so awesome to be there myself, but I just wanted a chance to be able to watch this with you, break it down with you, and see all the great things that happened. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I do not think Kyle had his A stuff. I think that the wind, I think a lot of this played a huge role in just giving Kyle some of the good luck. And this is the kind of guy that you want starting when the wind is howling in. I just want to break this thing down with you. By the way, going to be doing a lot of breakdowns this offseason of historic Cubs games, so make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. So let's go ahead and just get this thing kicked off. First inning, Kyle Hendricks, the very first pitch of the game is a blazing 86 miles an hour right down the middle. That's not a good sign, but hey, you know what? He found a way. He ends up getting Jonathan India on an 87 mile an hour two-seamer right there. Right down the middle of the plate, but it's a ground out to Patrick Wisdom. Great pick by Bush over there at first base. And then he started to find it in the second at bat against Cruz, gets the called strike off the plate. Then the changeup. I mean, the changeup was moving, y'all. Look at how much that thing is running. Back-to-back pitches here. You've got the changeup running away from Cruz, De La Cruz, I should say. How many different last names? Does that count as one last name, or is that multiple last names? De La Cruz. Either way, Kyle Hendricks with the dirty changeup right there at the bottom and gets his first strikeout. Spoiler alert, Kyle only struck out 2 in this game, but also only allowed 2 hits, and this was one of them, 100 mile an hour. Kind of like, I mean, yeah, it was hit hard, but it was also just like in the right place. I really thought off the bat that ball was getting caught, and PCA does cut it off. And by the way, thank you, Sam Bonero, for this just really random photo of PCA. Dog bed and a vacuum at the ballpark. Comment below right now. Caption this photo. What do you say? You tell me. Let me know what you think in the comments of what's going on in this photo. Staying in the top of the first, Kyle Hendricks does do his vintage thing, gets the ground out right back to him, and he's out of the first inning. Second inning, extremely boring. 1, 2, 3. I won't bore you with it, so let's go to the top of the third inning, and he gets strike 2 on what should have been ball 3 to Jonathan India. If he's getting that pitch, you know he's in a good position. But then, what? Does not get the call on that one. Watching the replay, it's just the perfect two-seam location. A little bit extra zip at 88. Doesn't get the call. He was already kind of starting to lean there. Little lean, little rock, back and forth, and then he ends up walking India. Now, that is usually kind of dangerous, 2-out walk here, but wind is howling in, and you've got De La Cruz, who struck out his first at-bat, gets the changeup on the outside. Once again, a very well-executed pitch by Hendricks on the changeup to De La Cruz. Some of his best changeups of the day were to the left-handed slugger for the Reds. And now we're going to the fourth inning. This one, Stevenson absolutely tattooed it, and this just shows you how hard the wind is blowing in on this day. PCA Cruz to get that one. That one would have been long gone any other day. And I love this at-bat to Spencer Steer. He's working him up. Fastball, 86, up. Changeup, looks like he gets away with it, but I think he meant for that one to be there. They've got a scouting report that says up, up, up to Spencer Steer. And what do after the foul? They go down. Changeup low and away. Kyle Hendricks gets the strikeout, his final strikeout of the day. And yes, we are only in the fourth inning. And then to end the fourth inning, TJ Friedl, who just seems like a Cub killer, gets robbed by Dansby. Check out that one. And even though he had to do this kind of like stutter step thing, it looked like he even dropped the ball there for a second. Let's see. Let's zoom in. And yeah, that ball's on the ground. Look at that. That ball's in between Dansby's legs. Still gets his guy. TJ Friedl is definitely a fast runner as well. And we're off to the bottom of the fourth, but we're going to go now to the top of the fifth inning. Ty France puts a charge into one. Again, one of those ones. I'm not saying that ball would have been out, but it would have been very close. That's how hard the wind is blowing. Then Fraley, line out, right at Patrick Wisdom. Suddenly some hard hit balls here. That's what you've always worried about with Kyle here in 2024. This ball, hanging curveball, should have been way out. But the elements working to Kyle's favor. Again, you like a guy like Kyle Hendricks throwing in a game like this where the wind is blowing in, because he can get away with some of those pitches and he's going to get a lot of soft contact besides that. But now you've got 4 hitters in a row with hard contact. Then India here, you could consider this hard contact as well, even though it was skied. And again, I don't know if that one goes out on a normal day, as you had to see Hap run in a ton, but the wind was really playing with that one. And finally, a little bit of soft contact. Kyle Hendricks on a 2-0 curveball to Ellie De La Cruz gets his man in the 6th inning. He's rolling. Kyle is absolutely rolling, and he finally, in the 7th inning, against Stevenson, to have a little bit of weak contact. So now he's kind of back on track. He's feeling it again. Then this right here ends a streak of 11 batters retired in a row. And that's one of the things I want to leave us with here. How many times during like the 14, 15, 16, 17 season were we saying Kyle Hendricks has retired 11 in a row? So fitting that he does this on his final start as a Cub. Again, nothing's in stone, but you got to assume it's the final start as a Cub. For him to go out there and get 11 in a row and just be rolling here in the 7th. But he does hit into a little bit of trouble. Friedel, that Cub killer, bounces it off the glove of Bush. Yeah, that's going to be a base hit, but I think you're going to ask Michael Bush, and he's going to tell you that that is a play that he probably should be making. He was pretty much positioned there. He just had to get a little bit of a backhand. And now you've got 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the 7th inning. Tommy Hotovy comes out. I looked over at my buddy. I said, that's it. They're pulling him right now. They have to. And they kept him in, even with Ethan Roberts warmed up in the bullpen. I really thought that was it for Kyle, especially because that's been the mantra all year long. It was just one bad inning in every start. But he gets out of this thing. Ty France skies it. He was taking some good swings off of Kyle this game, but does not do anything on that. And then just a weak fly out back to Hap over there in left. And we're stretching in Wrigley. Kyle Hendricks is probably done right. No, he's coming back up for the 8th inning. And the fans love it. We loved it. And this very well may be the final at-bat for Kyle Hendricks as the Cub, and he does that. Paints 87 at the knees, right on the outside corner, and then what does he do on the next pitch? It's paint once again. It's the changeup at 80 miles an hour, and it's dotted right there on the outside corner, and then he gets a high fastball, serves it over to Michael Bush, and that, my friends, is a ground out. Exactly what you'd want to see from Kyle Hendricks to end his Cubs career. Tommy Hotovy comes out, which was a surprise for Kyle.
Yeah, it threw me off a little when he walked out there and he's going to take the ball, but that was so special. Can't thank him enough. What counts, giving me that moment right there, that was so freaking cool out of him. Just really fun to finish strong. Have one more good one in front of these fans, man. This is the best place in the world, the best fans in the world.
And then Miguel Amaya, even though that runner did not belong to Kyle Hendricks, he gets his guy caught stealing. Now, a lot of people looked at this and thought Miguel Amaya was being emotional, thought he was crying right here. I'm going to watch. Look at that really quick. Okay, he's doing kind of the pouty lips. He looks over. It's almost like, okay, yeah, he could be like, yeah, yo, Kyle, I got that one for you, buddy. You know, I've been catching you the last couple years, but I don't know. I just think he kind of had something, like, I think the mask was just going down on his eyes a little bit there and was just trying to readjust. You tell me, was he being emotional, or was he just kind of like got a little bit of a weird face thing going on here? I want to know. And then in the 8th, the Cubs go to work at the plate. Dansby serves a double down the line to start off the inning. Then you've got Cody Bellinger with Justin Wilson, former Cub, coming in. He bloops a single into center field. Waving Willie, what are you doing, bro? Like, that's the perfect time to send Dansby. Dansby got a great jump. I was watching it from the outfield. It was absolutely an easy send, but Waving Willie didn't do it. It didn't matter, though, because after an intentional walk to Seiya and then pinch hit for Michael Bush, you got Isak Paredes coming in, trying to get his first hit as a pinch hitter in his career, and on a 1-1 fastball inside, he does just that. Serves it into center. Cubs score. What a breath of relief that this entire stadium had to see them get a lead, to hopefully walk away with a win on Kyle Hendricks' final day as a Cub. And then for good measure, PCA smacks one into center field. That makes it 2-0 after a 4-pitch walk to Michael Tauchman. It's pretty much signed, sealed, delivered here in the 9th inning. Porter Hodge comes in to get the save. You got a ground out to shortstop Dansby Swanson. What a play, but Shane Livensparger, read the room. What are you talking about? He's safe. Are you joking? Cody can't believe it. He's like, no, I got him, bro. Watch one more time. No, we got him. All right, and right away, Craig Counsell's like, yeah, no, you missed this. Levin Sparger. And as you can see on the replay, ball is in the glove, and the foot is not on the base. That is an out. Shane, dude, like, it's 3-0. There's been no run support at all from the Reds. It's an amazing final game, and you're going to make the wrong call for the stadium to, like, not be able to erupt into cheer. But the good news is that even though Dansby was like, wait, what do you mean? Cody's like, yeah, there it is. Just saw it. Dansby's like, yeah, I see it. I see it on the board. They're hugging and cheering before it's even announced. And then, yes, home plate umpire does say overturn. Cubs win. Cubs freaking win. 3-0. And Cubs fans, what an amazing way for Kyle Hendricks to go out as a Cub. If you don't get a little bit emotional watching this, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was emotional being there, but even as I was doing this breakdown, it was emotional watching it again. One of the coolest Cubs moments that I've ever seen, whether in person or on TV. Congratulations, Kyle Hendricks, on an amazing career, brother.